Welcome to the weekly review of 5 major forex pairs. As every weekend, I will take a look at EURUSD, British Pound, Australian Dollar, Canadian Dollar, and Japanese Yen against US Dollar. For those of you who's watching my videos, my reviews for the first time, I will just explain you really quickly. I choose my strategic direction based on H4 and D1 timeframes, and strategic direction is about 33% of my trading plan. So in those videos, I'm sharing with you my strategic direction. Every day, I trade intraday. Every day, based on my strategic direction that I choose, I draw or create a tactical plan each morning for each session. And once I have my tactical plan for the session, then I can start use my trading system. So before we proceed, make sure you read through the risk disclaimer. It is very important. And let's get straight into it. First pair is EURUSD. If you will remember my last review, I was saying that this pair is in a flat phase between those reference points. And as you can see, we broke through the lower reference point. And I mentioned it in the comment section below of last video, and also who is following me on Facebook, I mentioned about that as well. So what happened is, once we broke through this reference point, I started to look for some sell positions, but I never found them. So my trading system didn't give me any signals. So in the meantime, we created another pivot that was here, and also an FZR of H1 time frame happened up. So that showed to me that I have to stop for a while and wait until this pair will make a new low. So as you can see, a lot happened, and you have to know real time what you're doing. So if you want to learn all those reference points, if you want to learn, follow the market step by step, just join the RMP Forex training, and I will teach you by myself. I will teach you personally how to understand markets and how to go step by step with each price movement. So coming back to the euro, at the moment, for me, this pair is, once we broke through this reference point, I have to wait until this impulse up will finish. So we have this reference point. Once we break through that reference point, then I can start using my trend following trading system. Or if we go and break through this pivot point, then the whole trend will stop. And then this pair will come back to H4 and D1 flat phase. So, but now it didn't happen just yet. So we need to go and break the pivot point first. But this is what we'll see probably on Monday or Tuesday. We'll see what will happen. So that's the idea for EURUSD. If something will change again, I will leave some notes in the comment section below. So keep following me on Facebook as well. And if you have any questions, also use the comment section below. Next pair is British Pound against US Dollar. British Pound, if you will remember, now it is 1, 2, 3, the fourth, a whole month ago. If you'll remember my review that was made or recorded here, I said that time that once we'll break through this reference point, this pivot, then we will come back into a flat phase, at least of H4. As you can see, now it's obvious, we have a flat phase. That time it was difficult to believe that it will happen, but when it happened now, and when we are for a whole month in a flat phase, and everybody's losing money usually in a flat phase, so now it's too late. But again, if you want to learn those reference points, you know where to go, you know where to find me. British Pound for now, the reference points staying the same. Once we will break through this reference point, we will have a daily D1 ZR, and then I can start use my trend following trading system once we break through that reference point. If we will go up and break through this reference point, then we will have an ZR of daily up, and then I can start use my trend following trading system here as well. But as long as we're between those reference points, it's a D1 flat phase, and I will stay away from this pair because I don't trade in a flat phase. Each time when Forex beginner asks me what's the most important thing one has to learn, so my opinion, trader has to know exactly where is the trend phase and where is the flat phase. If you're using a flat trading system or trading system that is created for flat phase, then you have to use it only in the flat phase. But then you have to know and have exact reference point where you can determine real time, is it a trend phase or is it a flat phase? And if it is a trend phase, then with your flat following trading system, you cannot trade in that phase. So the most important thing a trader must learn is find the reference points, exact reference points that work with any pair on any time frame, and show you the same answer: is it a trend phase or is it a flat phase? The Masterforex-V technical analysis that I use and the technical analysis that you can learn through RMP Forex training gives answers to that question. Right, so these are the reference points for British pound. Let's go to the next pair, which is Australian dollar against US dollar. Australian dollar, if you will remember my last review, I mentioned this pivot and I said that once we broke through it, we have now two reference points and we have a flat face of each 4 time frame level. As you can see, we're still in the same flat face and the reference points are the same. Once we break through this reference point, we will have an FZR of each 4 time frame down, and also this trend will proceed down. And then I can start using the trading system. Once we will go up, break through this reference point, then we will have a H4 FZR up, and I can start using my trend following trading system here. As long as we are between those reference points, I'm staying away from this pair. This pair is in the flat phase. And again, guys, if something will change, if any reference points will change throughout the week, just follow me. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, follow this channel. I will leave notes in the comment section below of this video. If you have any questions, feel free, ask me. Let's start a conversation. Next pair is Canadian dollar against US dollar. Canadian dollar. I said that during my last review, and I can repeat it again. This pair is in a weekly flat face. Nobody can see it at the moment. Same what happened with British pound 1 month ago. This is what is happening with Canadian dollar. We broke through the reference point of weekly time frame. This trend has stopped and now we are back to a flat face. As long as we're between those reference points, this pair will stay in a weekly time frame flat face. Now for me, weekly time frame is a bit too high. This is for those who's trading midterm or long term. I need to go to a H4 time frame to find some new reference points. And here I can see that this impulse up has stopped, and now we have a development of this impulse down. This impulse has a pivot point, which is here. As long as this pivot point is not broken, this impulse will proceed down. So I have to just wait and see where this impulse will stop. And hopefully, if we have a new wave up and then an FZR down, or maybe break through this reference point, then I can start use my trend following trading system intraday. But for now, I cannot even say is there a flat of H4 or not, because the impulse down is still developing. Again, coming back, for those who's trading midterm, we have a weekly flat face that nobody can see just yet, but when everybody will see it, then it will be too late. Right, so that's the area for Canadian dollar. Next pair is Japanese yen against US dollar. If you'll remember my last review, I said that the pivot that was here was broken and we're back to the flat face, and these are the reference points. As you can see, straight away on Monday morning, we broke through the reference point up, and straight during that moment, a new pivot point was created, which was here. So on Tuesday, I think, we broke through this reference point. I was trying to find some buy positions here, but my trading system and my tactical plans didn't show me any good entry points. So I was kind of waiting until that pair will give me some nice places to get in. But then we broke through this reference point and we came back into a flat face. So now reference points are like that. Once we break through this reference point, we will have a new FZR of H4 up. And then I can start using my trend following trading system once we break through this reference point. Or if we go down, break through this reference point, then the impulse down will proceed and I will have to wait and see what will happen, because that will be a new flat face and that will be the new borders for bit wider flat. So that's the idea for Japanese yen at the moment. Basically, I'm staying away from this pair because we need to break through any reference points so I could start using my trend follow trading system. We'll see what will happen with this pair, but for now it is what it is. So this is it, guys. Hopefully this video will give you some new ideas. If you have any questions, ideas, or thoughts, feel free to use the comment section below. I will be more than glad to hear from you. If you are still not subscribed to this channel, here is the button for you. Click to subscribe, and I will talk to you the next weekend.